Danica Patrick, of course, one of them. She's the first woman to ever lead laps at the Indy 500 and the first woman to win an IndyCar race. With her milestones adding up and her media coverage reaching saturation point, sometimes hard to remember, folks, that under that helmet and fire suit is some daddy's little girl.
This is Danica Patrick, the early years here.
I had premonitions earlier. I felt that she was going to change things. I could tell she was something different because she was winning RA at 10 years old, beating 12 and 14-year-old kids.
It's hard for me to understand like how determined and how focused I was on it because it was what I wanted to do. So it didn't really seem like it was a lot of work for me. When you want something that bad, you do whatever it takes. I'm driving over the top of St. Hornish. We were friends, too, except he punted me into turn 1.
No, it was turn 4, coming up for the white flag.
It was turn 1 coming for going by the white flag.
And if you look really close at it, as she's going over there, her right foot's still on the gas.
I was ticked.
Everybody always asks me, it's like, how can you send your daughter to Europe at 16? And I ask them back, how could you not? We looked at it as kind of like college. I mean, this is what she wanted to do for a living. So at 16, she went off to Europe and went to the school of hard knocks.
I didn't get invited all places. I didn't get called very often. I didn't, I don't know, I just got left alone a lot.
She had a thick skin, a hard shell, we called it. So you couldn't get into her. She wouldn't let anybody in. She'd been hurt so much.
I came back, I was much more cold, reserved, and guarded, and like emotionless. I learned that, I had to protect myself so that I wouldn't be vulnerable. So yeah, I didn't learn much about race cars, but I learned a heck of a lot about life.
Danica Patrick leads the Indianapolis 500. 187 men have done it, never a woman until today.
This is just like the best picture ever, the one of us hugging after the race.
We didn't say hardly anything.
I don't think we did say
I just said I was so proud of you. You walk from the garage to the pits and everybody yelling and screaming and everybody just falls in love with her, and it's kind of like a proud moment. Yeah, my chest comes out a little farther and, it feels good.
It's something that you don't see at a beach, right?
I'm checking out the car. It's a Cobra.
Yeah, I'm sure.
I wanted to make sure it was a real one.
Yeah, no, it is a cool car, actually. I mean, it's all for fun, right? I mean, I don't know. Yeah, it's weird, actually.
I don't have a problem with it. I get ribbon all the time. And I just tell them it looks like me, and then they kind of shut up.
That's good.
Here she comes. Boys, move over. The lady is coming through. Danica Patrick wins a twin ring Motegi.
Next day I'm your supergirl, out to save the world, and it keeps getting better.
Finally. It was almost like, no way. Like, really? Is this really happening? And then it was just a feeling of a major, major relief. Here I get with this trophy that took a couple of people to carry over. I just couldn't believe that first versus second could be that different. I'm like, man, I feel really bad for you, but I am big pimpin' right now.
She didn't need to go to victory lane to make me happy. I mean, it was more for her.
This is the best day of my life. I've dreamt about it. I'm just so proud of her.
I was sort of happy / sad and curious and concerned that he said it was the best day of his life because there was my birth, Brooke's birth, the day he got married. There's a lot of other days that would presumably be bigger. That puts it in perspective a lot.
Paparazzi and fans abound wherever Danica Patrick goes, and it's no different as she's made her way to the car. And Danica, what most people tend to forget is that you're a veteran of the Brickyard here, so I wonder, those experiences, how do you parlay them today for a trip to victory lane?
I guess I feel a little bit different going into this one than some of the others. I have a sort of underlying calmness to me, but, the fear of the unknown is still there. Experience tells me to make the most of opportunities, but stay calm. And I was watching a bunch of races yesterday on ESPN, and it's like the ones who won, it seemed like it really came to them. So I'm gonna be smart and let it come to me.
Now, you have a race caller that never won the Indianapolis 500 by the name of Andretti, but Michael has got a lot of laps here. What did he tell you about the key to victory here?
Well, I think that, Mike's really helped me push in the areas that I need to push, and also, just that experience and that driver's knowledge of when to go and when not to go, I think has been good. And a little bit with the car setup, too, and just his experience from all of his races here, what's paid off for him. So we've taken that and put that in the race car, and we're ready to go.
Brent, there's a new attitude with Danica Patrick, and she's my pick to win the Indy 500.